Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today for another exciting exploration of the English language. Today's word is collapse. So what does collapse mean? Well, as a B2 level verb, it primarily means to fall down suddenly, often because of weakness or damage. Think of a building whose foundations are weak. It might collapse. It implies a sudden loss of structure or strength. We use collapse in many everyday situations, both literally and figuratively. For instance, a poorly constructed sandcastle might collapse under the weight of a wave. Or, if someone is extremely tired, they might collapse onto the sofa after a long day. Let's explore some synonyms that share a similar meaning. A close synonym for collapse is crumble. For example, the ancient ruins began to crumble after centuries of exposure to the elements. Another synonym is fall apart. We could say, the old wooden chair started to fall apart when I sat on it. We also have break down, which can be used when referring to a physical structure or even a system. For example, negotiations between the two countries broke down after disagreements on key issues. Another useful synonym is cave in. You could say, the roof of the mine caved in after the explosion. Finally, we have implode, which suggests collapsing inwards, often with force. The old building was carefully imploded to make way for a new development. Now, let's look at some antonyms, words that mean the opposite of collapse. One key antonym is stand. For instance, the Eiffel Tower continues to stand tall despite the strong winds. Another antonym is remain. The historical monument will remain in place for future generations to admire. We also have hold up, which implies support and preventing something from falling. For example, the scaffolding is designed to hold up the bridge during construction. Another antonym is support. The strong pillars support the weight of the entire structure. We can also use erect, which means to build or put something up. The construction workers erected the framework of the new building in a matter of weeks. Let's look at how collapse is used in everyday life. Imagine you are talking about the stock market. You might say, the stock market collapsed after the unexpected news. Or, if you are discussing a personal situation, you could say, she collapsed from exhaustion after running the marathon. You might also hear it used in relation to health. For example, he collapsed at the finish line due to dehydration. In everyday conversations, we also use collapse figuratively. For example, their business plan collapsed when they failed to secure funding. Another common expression is the peace talks collapsed after the bombing. Here are a few more examples of collapse in sentences and phrases. The bridge collapsed under the weight of the heavy truck. The agreement collapsed due to a lack of compromise. He felt his world collapse when he lost his job. The building collapsed after the earthquake. The cake collapsed because I opened the oven too early. The negotiations collapsed because neither side would concede. She collapsed from the pressure of the exam. The empire collapsed after years of internal conflict. His argument collapsed under scrutiny. The chair collapsed when he sat on it. So, to summarize, collapse means to fall down suddenly, often due to weakness or damage. We explored synonyms like crumble, fall apart, break down, cave in, and implode, as well as antonyms like stand, remain, hold up, support, and erect. We also saw how collapse is used in both literal and figurative contexts in everyday conversations. Thanks for joining me today on Hello Word. I hope you found this exploration of the word collapse helpful. Before we go, I have a small request. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others discover Hello Word and learn English with us. And here's a fun challenge for you. Create your own sentence using the word collapse and share it in the comments below. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring the wonderful world of words. Bye for now.